Ladies and gentlemen, I am still sick, and my voice is still terrible today. But it's okay, we have a good day. That's because it's the VOD time. Why is it all the way down there? Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. I got this. I got this. I got this. Ready? Ready? Why is it over there? It's over there. Why is it over there? You sound nice. I don't sound nice. I sound awful today. Thank you, Willow. I appreciate that. Transform. Let me move it. Position. Okay, ready? It's, oh my gosh, it's so... Just let me pick it up. Where did it go? Alright, this is just infuriating now. Wait, oh. 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 There we go. I'm experimenting with some things. Okay, so bear with me. Bear with me just a little bit. Alright. Excuse me. Well, I'm glad, Bubbles, I'm glad you like the deeper voice. It's not what I normally like to sound like, but it is what it is. It's tough trying to stream as a French person. Just know, the French aren't real. So, bro, trying to hit affiliate is tough, man. Oh, well, you know, just try your best, Bubbles. Keep at it, and we can get you there. We can. You know, on a side note, I just thought of something. Since my voice is deep right now, maybe I should try and do. Maybe I should try and do a more deeper voiced aura. You know what I mean? 5 followers away from reaching that affiliate? Alright, hey guys, want to see something funny? What if, and hear me out, what if we all went and followed Bubbles? Go follow Bubbles. Bubbles now only needs 4 more followers. 3 more followers, because I just followed. 2 more followers. Alright, you ready? Look at this. Look at that, Bubbles. You're up to 48 now. We just need 2 more. 2 more followers. Oh my goodness. That would be so funny. Is that the Mush Marquette? What's going on, Mush? Good to see you. Oh shoot, no, hold on. The chat box is going through the roof. No. Ah, crap. Alright, hold on. Edit, crop the top. I realize that it's not fixing it. It's not fixing it. Ah, everything is... It's chaos. Oh my gosh. Okay, nothing is working. I guess the best I could do is... I want to have the... So the thing is, I want to have my text... Oh goodness. I want to have my text go all the way down. I'll fix that later. I'll fix that later. Okay. We'll fix that later. As for now, we still have the normal chat box. Where's that chat box? So unironically less scuffed than my stream. Ah, that's good. That's good at least. It's not as scuffed. Wait, we're... Oh. Yeah, okay, we'll just keep that right there for now. We'll just keep that right there. It's working. That, or I could just like take it. Oh, nope. All right. Just make it super big like that. I know I can like stretch it. There you go. Ah, isn't that beautiful? Okay, anyway, I'm sorry. I've rambled on long enough. What is going on, guys? It's so good to see so many good faces. What's going on, Genevieve? Hopefully your stream's going well, your marathon stream. Well, I need to read that. I don't wear glasses, but one of these days, I swear. What's going on? I'm just gonna call you Hell for now. Bravo's in the news? Bravo's not in the news. Well, Bravo is in the news. Helly. Let's say 3.5 hours to go until you're free. well, we will sit by and support. So anyway, since my voice, what I was saying before is since my voice is so deep, maybe we'll get it out of the way. Yo, is that the Whoopsie Willow? What's going on? We have two willows. We have the wonderful willow tree, and then we have the little Whoopsie Willow. We love Whoopsie. Time to get 2 more followers. But anywho, what I was gonna say, guys, is what if I did this? What if I used my deep voice that I have right now, right? And what if, hear me out, I give you a deep voiced aura. I don't know if it'd sound good, but why don't we try it? Let me practice it on my own first. Let me practice it on my own. You gotta get that deep voice ooh-woo. Alright. Excuse me. Because our guest might have just heard it, but maybe. Alright, you ready? You ready? It's not the best. It's not the worst. Get the deep voice ooh-woo of ooh. Maybe now I can do those ASMR streams. Maybe now I can sound like all the cool kids. All right, my goodness, I need to stop. I got hit with a couple hydrates, so I need to do that real quick. Oh. All right, there's some water. I feel a little better. So anywho, what is going on, guys? It's good to see you. Yesterday, I thought you and Phantom would be streaming together because you both went live at the same time. I saw that. I went live, and then 11 seconds after, he went live, and I thought it was really funny. But today's a fun day because we get to have the VOD, and hopefully my health will improve to tomorrow and then throughout the week, because tomorrow we're gonna be playing. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Hallie. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. Also, you just threw 25 Dr. Peppers since you followed. Thank you, Leko. I appreciate that. Since you guys followed, you threw 25 Dr. Peppers. That means that if you use 300 channel points, you get to throw 50 more Dr. Peppers. Thank you, Maru. I appreciate that. Well, speaking of somebody who's going to be on the show, guess what? We have our wonderful Maru Malandra here. They're going to be on the VOD. Wait, let me, because contrary to popular belief, I don't have all of the dates and times memorized in my head. I actually have a wonderful spreadsheet for that. Where's that spreadsheet? So yeah, we are going to be, we'll have Mara here Friday, October 11th. I believe that's the time we set. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. That's a lot of Dr. Peppers. Oh yeah, it is. But yeah, tomorrow I'm hoping to play a new little spooky game, a little spoopy game. Never played it. No, don't know anything about it. Hopefully it'll be fun on stream. And I hope you can join me for that. That'll be, I think, in the afternoon. Thursday, I'll either be doing Elden Ring, or I'll be playing with our wonderful buds, our wonderful Yippee Bug Mafia. And we'll probably be doing that in the afternoon. So join us for that. And the big one on Friday, I'm holding a big collab with a bunch of VTubers where we're going to be playing golf with your friends, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I think so far we have at least 7 people who are going to be joining us, so more to come on that. But why don't we get into today's wonderful guest? So a little context for our guest. I think today, Sunday, and then one other time when I popped into like a VC were the only times I had spoken with them. But their presence is known anytime they pop into not only my chat, but also to several other people's chats. And honestly, I feel like you can't ask for anything more from an individual of just pure presence. And from the conversations I've had with this individual, I'm really excited for what we're going to be talking about today, and he might be taking most of the conversation because, as you can hear, I'm not exactly in the best of just speaking voices. And when you have a sore throat and you have all this, it's best to not speak so much. So, but I was just too excited, and I wanted to make sure I still got the chance to interview and have this guest today. So, without further ado, Bravo has aura. I'm not ashamed of the brain rot. Yeah, yes he does. So, let me look at my little notes. Today, thank you for saying today, we'll be welcoming a TV head from Canada, which is real, by the way. My God. Aw, thank you so much for the followers, Trixia. I appreciate that. You threw 25 Dr. Peppers. You now can use 300 channel points and throw 50 more. Just letting you know. So, today will be. And also, I want to point out it's a fellow individual. You know, because it's Valentine. It's Trix. Okay. Anyway, they're special. Thank you, Freddie. I appreciate that. So, my gosh, Freddie. OMG, the celebrity. Today, we'll be welcoming a TV head from Canada, which is real, by the way, with love for the color of yellow and a boisterous personality. He loves playing games with friends and hopes to do the world some good in the meantime. Just remember, don't call him JT. And what's interesting is, Nor. Just know that, like, in the past, I've seen our guest, and I always would say JT because to make it easy on myself, because I have a fear of messing up people's names on stream. I typically just look at like the first word in their name or the first couple letters, and I just say that. So, also, guess who just replied for a returning catch-up? There you go. Good job, Jen. Let's go. It doesn't. I don't sound enthused, but I want you to know I am enthused. I feel bad. The enthusiasm is there. It's just that I am not up here. It's the congestion. So maybe during one of these like moments, I might end up handing the show over to our guest, and I'm gonna get some tea because I probably should have gotten that before the show, but I didn't. So anywho, just remember, don't call him JT. And remember, you're in for a treat. Now, without further ado, why don't we please welcome the one, the only, Bravo. I hate you so much. Why? Bravo, unmute yourself.
You told me to stay muted. What did you want from me?
Also, I realized I'm not following you for whatever reason, but guess what? Now I'm following you.
Oh, okay.
So, but goodness.
Like, you told me to stay muted. I knew what was gonna happen. I was just...
I knew it was gonna happen. You knew it was gonna happen. How did they not know what was gonna happen?
Yes, hello.
But anywho, Bravo, it's good to see you, friend. And by good to see you, I mean we've been sitting in this VC for about an hour, and we spent most of that just sitting there. Oh, excuse me. One, me doing that, but two, just sitting there being silent and not talking.
Frankly, yes. But also, it's not. You gotta rest your voice. It's not like a bad thing, I would say.
Look, all I gotta say is that I will gladly cancel all of my other streams this week, but I won't cancel the VOD.
I see.
So it's good to have you on, friend. I mean, you've been popping into my chats. You're popping into, you're in Phantom's chats, and then a bunch of others. Whether it's me, Phantom, Willow, Robe, anybody like that, JG. There's just you participate in a lot of different chats.
I suppose, yeah, a few.
How do you maintain that? Well, I'll ask those questions a little later. As for now, I think it's time for me to ask my first, and in my opinion, most important question, and that is, Bravo, who are you and what is your story?
I should have thought about how to answer that. So
it's okay. It's a very deep question.
Yes, very. Who am I? I am. Gosh, I feel bad for not having a prepared question answer. I feel like I knew this was gonna be asked too. I'm just a little TV head guy. I let I just. God, I'm bad at this. Here. Essentially, is this like a lore question? I guess I should ask.
Well, so
or is this like a?
Well, why don't we start with your lore and then we go more into the person behind it?
Okay.
So who is Bravo as a VTuber?
Okay, I've been working on it a bit. It's not completed, I would say, but the basic idea is that Bravo was made by some people, scientists or mechanics or what have you, and it was very important to me that it was a Canadian facility, though, obviously, because it's real.
Canada's real. Let me say that. Let me say that.
Oh no! How dare you?
See, it seems everybody in chat seems to think that Canada's not real.
How dare you all?
This just in: Canada is not real, according to chat. Do you have any evidence to support this claim?
That it's not real?
That it is real.
I live here.
But what is here? How do we don't?
Canada?
Have you ever seen chat? Have you ever seen Canada in person?
Canada's very nice. Okay, you should get to know them.
One of his clips says,
"Don't bring that up, Nick. Don't bring that up."
Thank you, Nick. I appreciate it.
No, please.
Yo, is that the Nitanius Eclipse, our wonderful guest who was on the show yesterday? Heck yeah. Canada's one big psyop by big cartography to sell more maps. Hey Nick. Yeah. Nick, aren't you in? No. Are you in my server? Because if you are, send me a DM of that clip and I will put it in chat.
No, you can't do this to me. You can't do this to me.
Yes, Nick.
Why?
DM me.
Why?
Have you ever seen a British person? I haven't. Therefore, they don't exist. But what about John VTuber, Tay?
What about Monozuki?
Monozuki is not in the England. Is not in British. But goodness.
Am I just insane then?
Yes.
Anyway.
Yes, you're drinking the insane juice.
Yeah, this water is not good for me. Keeps messing with everything in my brain.
So, TV that was made in a nice
right
construction. That is a Canadian construction place, factory.
Yeah, factory facility, what have you.
It's in the English dictionary, not the British dictionary.
How
I
dare
wish
you,
I could
William.
laugh more, but I can't.
No, that's fair. So you see the Canada sticker on the side of my head?
I do see the Canada sticker. That is well, that's just a maple leaf.
Yes, but I choose to believe it represents Canada. So,
whomst dares? It's Novum that dares to throw the Dr. Pepper. Thank you, Novum.
Oh, lots of it.
That'll persist. Don't mind them. Don't give them attention.
Just push on.
Just push on.
All right. So I sort of added that sticker into the lore because oh no. Because I like to imagine that the people who built me, right? They just kind of they were celebrating, right? Because whatever they were doing worked, and I'm alive and such.
Yeah.
And so there's like, yeah, Canada's awesome. We rule. Go Canada. They just grabbed the sticker and slapped it on the side of my head. Be like, you're from Canada. No, please. My reputation. Anyway.
Hold on. We must put that on pause for a moment. Let's see this apology.
Oh. No. I'm here to tell you all that Canada isn't real.
Oh.
I've lied to you this whole time. I'm not actually Canadian. Canada isn't a real thing. There's no such thing as a maple leaf. There's no such thing as a maple syrup.
Please.
If it is, then it's just people marketing off of made up shit. this leaf I have on the side of my head, I just came up with it. It doesn't actually exist. I went the whole 9 yards. I think I'm gonna have to erase Whoopsie Willow off of my case after this.
Excuse me?
Yeah,
Excuse me?
Not real. Sorry to deceive you all.
Wow.
Nice.
I can't believe
Are you?
it.
I was forced. I was manipulated.
Thank you, Schmoozer. I appreciate that. I will hydrate. I will most certainly hydrate.
No.
Vubdakuttuib vindication. Admission that he made it up for his lore, for marketing.
Marketing.
Maybe it's the it goes back to the.
Where do you think Keanu Reeves comes from?
Keanu Reeves most likely just comes from the state of Michigan.
No.
Look, I don't make the rules.
Damn
Okay,
it.
those are just. It's just a lore reason. Much like that time I went into that strip club when I was playing GTA 5. It was for lore reasons. Just like Canada. Canada was invented for lore reasons.
It was part of my character development.
Sorry, I gotta bring back my pirate software voice. Excuse me.
That's awesome.
Canada isn't real. It's
No.
just North Michigan.
I'm
Well,
gonna cry.
fun fact. I have a surprise waiting up ahead in 30 minutes that
Oh.
you'll really like. So it's a brand new segment in the
Oh
VOD.
boy.
I made on the spot right now just for you.
Oh, for me?
Just for you. I hope you're ready.
I feel so special.
Good, because you're a special little Canadian. So.
Right.
Back to you. Back to Canada.
Back to Canada. They slapped the sticker on my head, and I was like, "Why'd you do that?
Yeah.
Why'd you hit me?" And they were like, "Oh, I was just putting the sticker on your head to show that you're from Canada." And I was like, "Why?" And they're like, "Because we like Canada." And I was like, "Oh." So I put stickers on myself if I liked something. I see, and that's where all the stickers here come from.
West Greenland,
West
Upper
Greenland.
Vermont. Yes. See, Vancouver is merely just northern Washington.
I'm gonna hyperventilate.
It's simply northern Florida. So clearly, this is which Vancouver, Canada, British Columbia.
Oh God.
Clearly, somebody doesn't know their provinces.
Clearly. Provinces which are in Canada, which is real.
Alberta belongs to the USA. One of these days, we will acquire Calgary. Calgary will be ours. Okay, but real talk, like
Right.
story time for a moment.
Okay.
Provinces, you mean states?
How dare you?
Look, all I gotta say is this, okay? I did not know Canada was a country until I was in like 5th grade, and that was because when I was in 5th grade, I had one of my teachers. She was pregnant and she had to take maternity leave, to have the child and whatnot. And so we had a substitute teacher, and she was from Canada. And we're like, when she was going over the introduction, we're like, she's like, oh yeah, so I'm from a place. She in a very strong accent. She's like, yeah, I'm from Canada, and I'm from a place called Calgary, Alberta.
Yeah.
And some people may know it as a
Oh my God,
place
you met a real Canadian.
it held the Olympics. It's a very beautiful city. So like borderline, that acts borderlining into like the Scottish. Like,
Yeah.
yo, Bubbles hit
Let's
50.
go, Bubble.
Let's go, Bubbles.
Woo!
Never underestimate the power of the funniness.
Never ever.
And so we and so we're like, so where in America is Calgary, is Alberta? Oh, it's in Canada. What do you mean it's in Canada? So it's a country that's to the north. It's above the United States. It's like, that's not real.
No.
Because you just have these 11-year-olds that are just like,
Yeah.
you know, Canada's not real.
There's
and she's
no
like,
such thing.
she pulled down like this world map that we had in the front of our classroom. And she pulled down the map of the world. She's like, this is it right here. And she pulls down another map because it was like those maps that have like 7 different ones rolled into each other.
Yeah.
And so Val really showing off the average Nevada education. Look,
We've been talking about Canada.
Look, Clark County is one of the worst school districts in the country, okay? I'm surprised I graduated the high school I did with an honors diploma. So I don't know how. Nevada
I wish I
education is one of the
graduated.
worst in the country. Oh, it's not worth it, man. It's not worth it.
Lord.
Be's a ticket drag from my imaginary cigarette. It's not worth it, man. Sorry, that was an actual cough.
Yeah, no, he just took a real drag.
I'm considered in the rich part of Canada. Well, this is not a Canada stream. This is, I mean, unless we're talking about the cool, refreshing taste of a Canada Dry.
Absolutely.
You like Canada Dry?
I'm one to have it every once in a while, yes.
Yeah.
I partake.
Canada Dry. Not sponsored, but you could never go wrong with the cool, refreshing taste of a Canada Dry.
Better than Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, okay, you're out of my show. Get out of here.
No, I'm sorry.
Where are you? Where are you?
No, please.
In the jar you go.
No,
In the
not
jar.
the jar.
Oh, man, they can't. Oh, they can't hear you anymore because you're in the jar. Send her to. Well, they can't hear you. I can hear you, but they can't. You're going to the pear. You're going to the pear wiggler. Anyway,
I don't want to be fair wiggled.
that's what they. Wait, no! I put myself in the jar.
Join me.
It's chaos. I love this show. You'll
This
never
is
know.
amazing.
You'll never know what you're gonna get. So,
I'm crying.
you and me both. I mean, mine's just on the inside.
Oh.
I am far too sick to be able to cry right now.
Oh no.
So-
Can't be wasting any fluids.
Of course, that's why I have a giant 32-liter bottle of hydro flask of water next to me. Yeah, it sounds like you just took a sip.
How dare you call me out like that?
Look, I have. Look at these ears that people seem to think they're cat ears, when in reality they're bat ears.
Oh, they're bat ears.
They're bat ear. Not you too.
Well, I'm sorry. They've got fluff.
What is that? That has nothing to do with anything.
I can't imagine bat ears are fluffy.
Bat ears are fluffy.
Now I have to look up bat ears.
Look at bat ears.
Bat ears.
Bat ears.
Those are not fluffy. You're lying to me.
I think you don't know what you're talking about.
I think I'm looking at not fluffy bat ears right now.
What is this Amazon thing I'm looking at? This is horrifying. Who's into this?
What?
What is this image? What is this image?
What?
Okay, hold on.
Well, now I'm just confused.
I sent it in the VOD VC chat.
Oh, okay. Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, see?
That's when you want to morb all over the place.
Oh my goodness. Yes, it's when you want to morb all over the place. So,
Yes.
going back to you. So,
Yeah.
you're a robot. You were made by the great country of Canada. They threw a
Yes.
sticker on there. You like throwing stickers on yourself because that's excuse me. That's how you show what you like, your affections, and all that. So, explain to us a little bit about the design here. Like, moving past the VTuber lore, what inspired this design?
Just the TV head in general? Well, in like seriousness, I was just walking down the street with my brother to my workplace one time, and I used to stream with just my face, my IRL and everything, and um, but I was watching a VTuber. It was the first person I ever followed on Twitch. They were a kitsune, and I didn't know what VTubers were at the time, so I was just like seeing this person use this cartoon character to represent themselves or whatever.
Yeah.
And essentially they inspired me to also do that because it looked like a lot of fun,
Yeah.
to make a character for yourself.
Uh-huh.
And I was just walking down the street with my brother one time, and I was like, I want to make a character for my streaming. And he was like, okay, well, what kind of character? And I was like, I don't know. So he was helping me brainstorm on the way to work, and he was like, what about a guy with like a TV for a head?
Oh.
And I was like, that would be fun. And so he drew up a little thing of how he imagined it would look, and then I drew up a thing of how I imagined it would look. Oh, actually, I could show you my first design for this guy if you want.
Sure.
All right, let me just deafen.
No. Bravo is now low poly.
And that's all you're gonna see of that because, anyway.
I like the fact that that's a deafen like look.
Yeah, no, it's like it's not gonna happen very often, but if it happens, then that's what you'll see.
Thank goodness for Dinkle. Who's Dinkle?
Wow. Oh, that's my brother. Dinkle Buns is
Oh.
his Twitch name.
Is that
He's the donut on my screen,
is that an
on my head.
Iron Mouse emote? Let's go, Iron Mouse.
Let's go, Iron Mouse.
She is still streaming.
But yeah, she is.
Yeah, 11 hours. 11
Oh my God.
hours and 9,000 people. Go
Nice.
Mousy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, essentially the first design that I showed you there was more reminiscent to what I envisioned for him, and then I drew that on a mouse. And then when I eventually got my drawing tablet, I was like, okay, time to update him. And then it wasn't this one specifically. It
Yeah.
was basically the same design, but I changed a couple things and added the stickers and such. And this is like sort of 2.0, I suppose. But yeah, basically my brother helped me come up with the design.
That's awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
what I've noticed is a lot of people tend to, especially within VTubing, they end up getting a lot of help from just IRL people and just people they know in general. I mean,
Yeah.
my good friend Apophis Nova.
We love Nova.
We love Nova. Nova's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, he made all of like, I sketched out and helped. Gave him the general idea, but he took my sketch of how I wanted the VOD to be, not only for my first set, but for this set for season 2. He took it and just ran with it, and so it's just it's something that you truly see how grateful you are and just how much you rely on other people just to help you get going and just move on with things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, looking at all those stickers, what all do we see on there? Because I see what looks like a cross. I see it looks like the Sims logo. I see the
Yeah. So, the pink one in the top left, that's my brother.
Okay.
His character is a donut with a crown. So I put him on there first, obviously, and then the bottom left there, it's all my friends that I'm in a group chat with, all my closest friends, I would say. The tree is Willow.
Oh.
Yeah, the cross is this guy, Father Nezu.
Oh.
He's like a priest.
Yes.
And he's but he's like an assassin.
I freaking love his design. I'd love to have him on
It's so
my
cool.
show.
Honestly, I'll let him know. Papa Nezu, yeah.
Oh yeah, heck yeah! As soon as I saw his model, I'm like, I want this guy on my show. I freaking love it. I don't know, just yeah, I freaking love it. Sorry, continue.
It's really cool. No, you're all good. But yeah, he's like an assassin priest, so I put a knife behind a cross, and I was like, that's good.
Nice.
And then the Sims logo is my friend Wire Flames.
Oh yeah, we love Wire. Wire recently put out a really cool bit of art I saw on
Oh
Twitter.
yeah, with I don't remember the guy's name exactly. But it was
Starts with a
something
G.
Geddon.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was Geddon something.
fighting
But
VTubers.
yeah, they're actually doing one with me next, I believe.
Oh heck yeah!
Yeah, but they're in between their horns they have this symbol because their first draft for their idea of their VTuber was that they're in a video game, and so they had a little like video game icon,
Okay.
and then the white thing near the bottom that you can't really see, that's a teacup,
Uh-huh.
and it's meant to represent another friend, Ashen, who is
Yeah.
British, and I was like, okay, teacup.
Teacup, naturally.
Yes, and then the green thing at the end there is my friend Helping's mascot for his channel. It's
Okay.
a sea cow or something. I don't actually remember.
A sea cow.
I'm not subdoing I can't put it. That's fine. Essentially, it's the mascot for his channel. And
Yeah.
I was like, that'll work. And then in the top right there, the pink one on the bottom, it's Trixia.
Okay.
Her thing is like she's a cosmic crystal witch and she draws stars for people. And here I can actually show you the
Oh heck
it was
yeah.
essentially this. And then above her is Mush, Marquette, and Whoopsie Willow. The ghost and a mushroom.
The ghost and the mushroom. So
Yes.
clearly, you like to pay homage to your, not only your friends but also an imaginary country.
Yes.
See, you agree with me,
No, no, wait. I mean, it's real. It's real.
ladies and gentlemen. We got him.
No.
Canada.
Oh, could
is,
you? And after I was so sweet to you,
Canada is confirmed
I'm
to
erasing
be
you off
fake.
my. You're going off my case. That's it.
Oh goodness, but yeah, no, just it's so it's kind of like how if you look past where the facade has fallen.
No, there was never a facade. It was real.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
I have. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna do it, but still.
So if you look, it's funny because if you look past in the back of the set there, which I could actually probably take that and show you guys. Where is it? The VOD background night. Where is that? Excuse me.
Are we looking at the maid dress? Because that's what I'm looking at.
The maid dress. Of course you're looking. How dare you look at the maid dress? Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at that. Look how beautiful it is. You guys get to see the behind the scenes
yeah.
of how my OBS is laid out.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so you can sort of see it. If you look there, you can actually see all the names of the founding people who made this channel what it is.
Oh.
And so the Yippee Bug Mafia, who's Roadcaster, Spider Marie, Vega. We have Red Reaper, which is one of my best friends who helps me behind the scenes. And what's funny is a lot of the big influential people are the main books names that you can see.
Oh yeah.
But like just people who've been there since the beginning. And so it inspired me from a come on, let's go back. There we go.
Oh,
So
okay.
it inspired me from this channel that enjoy your lurk, whoopsie. Enjoy your Dr. Pepper. But it inspired me from this channel that I followed a while ago. Enjoy your lurk, mush. Have
Thank you,
fun
guys.
enjoying Dr. Pepper. But it's good to see and support and remember those who supported and helped you from the beginning, because if I ever got much bigger, subs or followers or whatever, I'd love to do a thing called like the Founding 50 program or something like that.
Oh.
Where it just, those first 50 subscribers are basically immortalized on the set here, and just immortalized with like a special role or whatever, my Discord server or something like that. Because honestly, it's those people that follow you from the beginning that you really gives you the wind that you need beneath your wings to sort of push forward. and just seeing what you have on your model, clearly these people are very influential and very just important to you.
Mm-hmm. Very. I can't express it enough.
So like what makes these individuals stand out to you, and what would have to happen to reach that level of trust and respect to be placed as a sticker on your model?
Well,
Excuse me.
to be honest, I've been meaning to add more people. I just haven't found the time to. But um well, I don't need to explain why my brother's on there, but
Yeah.
um since I started oh since I started VTubing,
Uh-huh.
um
I don't know
what?
other stickers until
What
now.
other stickers?
Dang.
You mean you
Dang.
didn't even know that there was any other stickers than the Canada one? I mean, I guess that's the most important. No, I'm kidding.
Well, you know what you can always count on? The cool, refreshing taste of Canada Dry.
Rue. But yeah, so when I first started VTubing, it was, I was mostly just doing my own thing, just kind of, streaming on my own, just having
Yeah.
fun, doing whatever.
Uh-huh.
But about 7 months ago, I would say,
Mm-hmm.
I
Ow. That one hit me like straight on the face.
damn. But about 7 months ago, I met um the bottom left group of people.
Yeah.
Willow was essentially the first one that I ever met, and
Yeah.
then through her, I started meeting a lot of other people, and I don't think it's wrong of me to say that I wouldn't be where I am right now without them, because, well, half because I wouldn't know who you are without Willow, so I wouldn't be here
It's okay.
specifically.
It's okay. I would know who I am without Willow.
But like I don't know if I would be anywhere close to as outgoing as I am today if I hadn't met those people.
Uh-huh.
Because I was in, like, I'm in a TV head community.
Really?
There's like 50 odd people in a Discord server. They're all TV heads, and a lot of us stream. So I could,
Really?
so I could go and hang out with them whenever. But that's like it feels like sort of a closed community type deal where you have to be a TV head or you're not gonna be in there, right? But meeting, such a diverse group of people sort of made me want to reach out to other such diverse groups of people. And it gave me, I would say, more courage to reach out and start actually becoming friends or simply collaborating with people that I thought would be fun to collaborate with,
Yeah.
So meeting that group of people and hanging out with them definitely pushed me in the right direction, I would say. So I can never, I don't think I'll ever be able to take those 5 off the bottom left there, because it feels like that's where it started, like the real journey.
Yeah.
Now the top right up here with the other 3, they're they're some of the most supportive, kind, sweet, amazing people I've ever met. I can confidently say that I wouldn't be where I am without them either, but just slightly later down the line. If meeting Willow and all these other people in the bottom left started it, then meeting the other 3 has essentially just helped it along. Not that I would ever trade those 3 for any other 3 that could do the same thing, because I don't think they could. It was very... I feel like I'm not making much sense, but I hope that I'm getting the message across.
No, you're making complete sense. It's going back to what I said before about those who I have the names on my wall. It's very easy to get caught up in progress
Yeah.
and not to see where you were at the start. And I remember starting out, and I'm still a little guy. 500 followers, and to me that is a lot. That's a
That is
lot.
a lot. Congrats.
Thank you. In the grand scheme of things, we're all just little guys. We're not Iron Mouse size. We're not.
Or not Kai Cenat or whatever.
Yeah, and so because of that, it's very easy to overlook those who have stood by you and supported you since the very beginning. Because I know of several people here on Twitch who initially were supporting me and following me, and then they unfollowed me and never looked back. And I'm like, oh, that makes me sad, but I have no bearing. I have no influence on them. I am simply here. But I have far more people I can count on that have stayed, that have supported me, and those are individuals who I strive to maintain relationships with, that I strive to make sure that I'm worthy of their trust and their respect, and I make sure that they know how valued they are. And that's exactly what you try and do here, is that, whether or not an individual takes the streaming seriously, makes it something that is just, they want to get rich quick, they want to do all this stuff, whether the motivations are different or what have you. At the end of the day, knowing where you came from and knowing where you're going and who's there along the way to help you is ultimately what will help you succeed. Because you can't, this is not a race that you can run by yourself. Very few people can just say, yep, time to start sprinting from the starting lane, and I can do everything myself. I don't need a team to help me along the way. It's like, okay, that's a very interesting choice to make there, but more power to you.
Good luck.
Good luck. So
I'm gonna be honest, I feel as though I'm getting emotional, about to cry or something.
It's
talking about all this.
Well, it's, I feel like it's things that should be said a little more, because we view content creation as this big monster that is responsible for so many things, right? And at the end of the day, it's people who want to do content creation, or they want to make friends or something along those lines. And while some people, again, they may have different motivations, and that's completely fine. I can certainly tell you that a lot of people have true intentions with a lot of this. And so it's very easy to get overwhelmed in, just everything that goes on with streaming. It's very easy. But at the end of the day, it's just, unless you're making the big bucks, the Boku bucks off of streaming, just keeping your chin up and just kind of hanging out and doing the best you can. That's all anyone can ever ask. And you just, hopefully you can have good people along the way to help you with it.
I'd like to say I'm lucky enough to have good people.
That's awesome. Everybody deserves to have good people to hang out and do stuff with. Help them along the way. One of my favorite One Piece quotes is we are not born into this world to be alone. So, there's a friend, there's an audience, there's somebody somewhere. And so, yes, Twitch is a business, streaming is a business. The One Piece is real.
It's funny because I was watching One Piece earlier today with Wire. Funny enough. But yeah.
Oh, you know what? I realized I haven't. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. I have an emote that I need to use. I want to put on. Here, I'm gonna send you the emote. Okay. Where is it? Because it's a sticker in my server.
We got I love that one. It's so fun.
So, in case you guys haven't seen it, I'd actually need to put a new image source anyway, because I want to use that as my Just let's see, random image source. I got this commission from the wonderful Spider Marie. So if you guys want, if you want,
I've been thinking about it.
excuse me. If you want that good art, I just smacked my mic. If you want that good art, guys, go with that stuff. It's go with Spider Marie. She makes quality work. Where is this image? I did see that she
just opened her commissions again.
Let's see. There she is. Yeah. Okay, come on. Wait, I have to scroll up. Oh, there it is. There it is. I found it. Oh. She even did one without the glasses.
Oh.
That's funny.
That's awesome.
Wait, I wonder if that's in my, I wonder if it's in, it might be in my emotes.
Intense.
Might be in my emotes. Yes, it is. Okay, there it is right there.
Oh, sweet.
There you guys go.
It's beautiful.
And this right here. Freaking love this so much. So yes, according to this image, the One Piece is real.
The One Piece.
The One Piece. The One Piece is real.
Can we get much higher?
Speaking of Ash, the British individual with the cup of tea.
Oh.
Yes. Welcome, Ash. The Dr. Pepper. The Dr. Pepper's real.
It's true.
It's so dumb, and I freaking love it. Like, Murray does such wonderful art. Wait, hold on. Might as well shout.
Who did that?
Oh, that was you.
Yeah, it might have been me.
That might have been.
It might have been me.
It's okay. It's okay. How's everyone doing today? I'm sick.
I'm doing great.
Wait, when did I get 2.1k? Because I have a habit of refunding points.
That's fair.
Also,
I should just go through and refund everything at one point. That'd be so funny.
Also, you're subscribed, so that means you get more channel points.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just remember, guys, if you subscribe... Shoot, keep smacking my mic. If you subscribe, not only do you support me, but you also get access to tons of emotes. Like the one that Bravo... Sorry, it's a habit. The one that Bravo here is using, and
not kidding.
Not to mention, you get to earn more channel points, which currently I have the most channel points at infinity.
Gosh, there's 2 pops.
Yes, one's the old Val, and the other's this Val.
Oh, I see.
And if you don't have enough channel points, well, check to see just how many fembucks you have.
Oh.
So.
Oh my God.
And you can gamble with them.
Damn it!
Wow, that's funny. That's really funny. But I can do this. You ready?
Yes, like a show.
Really?
Oh.
Okay.
Is it the @ ?
It's probably the @ To quote the meme, "Let's go gambling." Aw, dang it.
Oh wait, I got this. Let's go gambling!
Thank you. Thank you,
You're
Ash,
welcome.
for the Dr. Pepper, and thank you for the soundboard.
Oh, yes.
So, we are at the 1 hour mark of the show.
Oh,
and
man.
for those who have been here before, might know what it's time for. This is the point of the This is the point in the show where everybody leaves because they don't like it. It's time for...
Who wouldn't like it here?
The food definition flowchart.
I love the food definition flowchart.
Oh, heck yeah. Also, guys, I have a throne if you want to support me there, but you don't have to. You're cool regardless. You're cool regardless. Just know that bits are the funny things because you get to throw if you cheer say 100 bits, you throw 200 Dr. Peppers at me. Just saying. Yeah. So
Doubling up.
however much you cheer, you end up cheering twice the amount. I'm just saying. So anyway, the food flowchart here. This was a flowchart that was created in a drunken haze by my wonderful hen mod, and I modified this over the course of several streams. This is currently the 6th iteration of this flowchart. Now, the goal of the flowchart is we can take any food or drink, we can categorize it into most any of these 5 categories. Now, the whole point of it is to see, you know, you're going to give me one of your favorite things, right? And we're going to run it through there and see if you agree with where it is. You agree with the logic, you agree with everything. And if you don't, we're going to see why you're wrong. So without further ado, let me run you through this. So,
Okay.
how the food flow chart works is we start with, is it going to be eaten? Now, give me any food or drink you want. And even if it's not like quote unquote food or drink, we can still categorize it, but it's for those I can't speak. Snarky, pedantic people. They're like, I eat a tree. It's like, all right, cool kid.
Yeah.
Think you're edgy? You think you're funny? You're not. Also, my day has been spent laying in bed trying to get better.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're here.
I have 2 things.
You have 2 things? 2 food and
Yes, in mind already.
All right, so we're going to start with, is it going to be eaten? Yes, no, or maybe. If you say maybe, it's going to keep looping back into itself until you say yes or no. That way, there is certainty. There needs to be certainty. If it's no, if it's not going to be eaten, don't worry about it. It doesn't matter. If it's yes, is it state of matter, a solid or a liquid? If it's a liquid, it's in the soup category. If it's a solid, we move on. If you're unsure, don't worry about it. If it is a single mass or multiple parts, if it's a single mass, it's in the state category. If it's multiple, we move on. If you're unsure, don't worry about it. Thank you, Ash, for that Dr. Pepper. I needed it. Then, if it's multiple, we ask ourselves, is it a layered dish? If yes, it's in the sandwich category. If no, it's in the salad category. But if you're unsure, don't worry about it.
Okay.
If you're going to give me mashed potatoes, I'm going to fight you.
That was not one of them, actually. But I'm curious to why. But that can wait till later.
Because people are like, it's neither a solid nor a liquid. And I'm like, I consider it a liquid.
Solid.
Well, if it's my mashed potatoes, I'll consider it a liquid. But if it's your mashed potatoes, that's the thing.
Okay.
That's the thing. To one person, it may be a soup. To another person, it may be a steak. You know, it's just a matter of perspective since you're the one eating it. So,
but if the chart can be so malleable as though, you know, it's one person's opinion against the other as to what it could be, then is it really a good chart?
Yes, it is.
Okay, then we'll just keep moving on.
Because the thing is that the chart is objective, but the thing is, what people have opinions regardless. That doesn't change how the objectivity of the chart. For instance, we have the theory of gravity that was created by Sir Isaac Newton. However, we have since found out that Isaac Newton's principles of gravity are incorrect, but we still keep his fundamental idea of the theory of gravity because there is still some truth within his theory, because his theory was then replaced with the theory of relativity that Einstein created. So the point that I'm trying to make, it's a useful lie. The point I'm trying to make is the chart is objective and the chart works. The thing is, if 2 people argue about it, well, then at that point, one person sees the number 6 and the other person sees the number 9.
Right.
So
yeah, write this down.
There's not much I can do if some people see it in a different way. All I can tell you is that the flowchart works because you can follow it and answer the questions. If that makes sense.
Okay, yeah, it does its job. Doesn't matter what the person thinks about it.
Yes. Because even then, if I can still tell somebody one thing and they'll say, it's a different thing. I'm like, all right, cool. So let's go with your first one.
Okay, this one's gonna be silly.
Okay.
But batteries.
Batteries?
In honor of my friend Kinokopaki, another TV who eats batteries.
So you have to keep in mind that I'm not the one who's going to be answering these questions. You have to answer these questions.
Okay.
And if you are unsure, they go in the don't worry about it category. So, is it going to be eaten, yes or no? Or maybe?
Yes.
Is it state of matter, a solid or a liquid?
I want to say solid. It just has liquid in it. You know what I mean?
Yes. Like ravioli is still a solid, but it still has like sauce inside of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it a single mass or is it made of multiple parts?
Multiple parts, because multiple batteries.
Oh, so like a bowl of batteries? Or
Oh, yeah, like a bowl of batteries. I should have
so
been more specific.
Because that's the thing. That's where the chart really makes sense, is when you have to get very specific with it. Because if you're very general, if you're very general, say, yes, an apple, okay, but an apple versus a bowl of apples, now that changes the classification.
Yeah.
All right. So, it's made of multiple, it's multiple parts, so it's multiple batteries. Is it a layered dish? Meaning, are you just pouring the batteries into like a bowl and eating them out of the bowl, or are you stacking them one on top of the other in some layered fashion like a cake?
Oh.
And even then, there's still, if it's just a singular thing like an apple, it's probably not going to be layered. You know.
So like two apples stacked on top of each other are not a layered dish?
No. Same thing with a watermelon is not layered. One could argue it has the rind and the husk, but the thing is, we're not talking about. We're talking about just the watermelon as a whole.
Right. Okay. I would say it is not a layered dish because I'm not stacking them in any particular way, and they're all the same thing.
All right, then it's in the salad category. The reason why I say like that is, if I take if I take Cheez-Its and I put it one on top of the other, is that considered a layered dish? If they're all the same?
I could see why one would argue that it's 2 layers of Cheez-Its, but
it's two. But isn't that just a singular layer of Cheez-Its since they're just all the same? If I put multiple layers,
I guess I would ask, is lasagna considered a layered dish? Oh wait, yeah, because then
it is
the
considered
lasagna, the pasta, cheese, sauce. Yeah,
yep, pasta, cheese, sauce, a sandwich, bread, ham, cheese, lettuce, tomato, bread. It's all layered.
Right.
It's all different.
I like how I'm disproving my own questions as soon as I ask them.
That's the beauty of knowledge, my friend. That's the beauty of bullcrap pedantic things.
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, like it you just kind of have, and since I'm the one who made this chart, I kind of have to be like the arbiter of what constitutes as what.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, what is your second one?
Okay, my second one is a panzerotti.
The hell is a panzerotti?
It's a pizza, but dough is encasing it rather than
isn't that just is that just a calzone?
It's like a big calzone.
Okay, that looks delicious. It's an Italian.
Yeah,
it's an Italian hot pocket.
Yeah.
Okay. How do stews?
Oh gosh.
So, the thing is that is it going to be eaten? Yes or no? Yes. Is it state of matter, solid or a liquid? It is a liquid. Because the thing is, just because I have a bowl of cereal that contains the solid, a majority of the thing is made out of liquid. Therefore, its state of matter is a liquid. And the reason why I say it like this is because we had somebody say, but wouldn't a watermelon be considered a liquid? Because it's not, it's like 80% liquid. To which I say, sure, by volume it's mostly liquid, but then or not volume, but just density, it's mostly liquid.
Right.
You know, by this definition of standard, humans are 75% water. That would make us liquid.
We're soup?
We're not going into that again. Stews do have solid elements, but the thing is, stews are not mostly solid. Stews are liquid. Because as I said before, just because it's made up of say mostly water, like for a watermelon, its physical appearance is a solid. So in the case of a stew, while it has solid elements, its physical appearance is liquid. Now,
I mean, I can agree with that.
And some people have tried to argue about, in my personal opinion, subjective, correct opinion, any stew is salt. Worth its salt is mostly solid. Well, that would that be a stew then? Because that just sounds like it's just a solid. You're just eating a solid dish with some sauce on top.
I was about to say that.
See, Bravo and I are on the same wavelength.
It's like spaghetti at that point.
Because it still would have liquid. Well, but then you have to think about it. Because there is a point in which there is more solid than liquid. If there's 51% solid than the liquid, well, then it's now a solid, and you just have sauce over it because there's more solid than liquid. Salt is immersed in the liquid. Most of the volume of the ball is filled with salt. We're not playing the Archimedes principle. We're not going Galileo and saying man in the tub pushes the water up because buoyancy.
Oh my goodness.
By its if we look at a soup, how big or a stew, and so it really comes down to the type of stew. Like it just it comes down to like, because the thing is, if we don't know what kind of stew it is, if we don't know the ingredients, we can't really base something on it. You know, which one's a valid point? Just what kind of stew? Because that's kind of the big defining factor is that, you know, if one decides to, that's double audio. Wonderful. No, don't worry about that. I was messing through with my browser tabs. Like I said, if all the stews, at least I've had in my life, have a lot of liquid in them. Yeah. Because at a certain point, if you have a butt ton of like meat chunks in it, well, suddenly that's more meat than water. Mm-hmm. Are we considering the dish as it is when it is served? Yes.
What are you trying to ask? Like, are we talking about each individual ingredient?
Because the thing is, it's what you eat in that moment. Because Because if you eat like a steak in that moment, for instance, like it's just a chunk of the steak. Well, now we're going based on the chunk of the steak and not necessarily the steak as a whole. But if you're just looking at the steak itself, because the thing is, these are how classifications change a little bit. You know, there are some classifications that we could say overall that yes, it still retains its steak qualities, but you could also make an additional analysis of that little piece of steak that's on the fork that's separated. It's complicated. Right. It's funky.
So like if I took a noodle out of a soup, then I would have to judge that noodle specifically. You can make the judgment in addition to it. Okay.
So because these are subcategories now. Categories within categories. Some stews, bourguignon
or whatever.
Bourguignon. I'm too sick to pronounce French, even though I speak French.
Ooh.
Some stews are mostly liquid in the pot. When they're plated, they're mostly solid. But are they pouring the stew on top of the meat, or like the solid elements? That's what you have to understand. Because
it's so convoluted.
Then it turns into a salad. Well, then it turns into a salad. Because guess what? You still followed my food flow chart and you still categorized it. Like I said, at the end of the day, it's just a matter of perspective. One person sees the number 6, the other person sees the number 9. The thing is,
I see a 7, you see an L.
Yeah. Une autre francophone. There you go.
Yeah. Another French. I'm sorry.
I understand more French than I speak, but that's because I haven't had the need to speak it in quite a few years. So, mon français un petit. Actually, no, it's très mal. Excuse me. But I'm not going to speak French on stream. French doesn't exist.
That's fair. But yeah, you found another francophone like Auchan. Good job.
No, this is why we do it. How does the flow chart function as a food in the float? Wait.
Oh, so like if you use the flowchart as if you're gonna eat the flowchart, where would that stack up on the flowchart?
Like if it's printed and it's a piece of paper,
Then wouldn't that just be a steak?
yeah, it'd just be a steak. Unless you decide to cut it up,
Then it's a salad.
then it is a salad.
What if do we count like drinks or just stuff that you have to use a fork on and such?
No, because drinks would for the most part automatically be in the soup category.
Okay. Does a smoothie count as a liquid?
Yes, a smoothie is a liquid. And if you say non-Newtonian fluid, I'm going to throw something at you.
What about oobleck?
I am going to legitimately walk out of this. The last thing I want to hear is somebody say pudding is Jello is a solid. Jello is a solid.
It's funny because Lecatron did say pudding earlier.
So oobleck is also still a solid. It just exhibits properties of we're done.
Oh, well, I guess it's my show now. Welcome to the VOD, everybody. Your new host, JTYT Bravo, here to take over while our main host has to step out for a quick recess after the absolute mind-boggling these nuts joke Helly has decided to put him through. I don't know what the next segment is. As far as I'm aware, there was a special one that may or may not still be a thing, but frankly, I'm sure he'll come back at some point, and if not, then we'll be here forever. And I can't complain. This is a nice office. You know, like I like the cushions. They're kind of yellow, so I like them. Pies? Where's a pie stack up? Let's do this. Okay, where would a pie stack up on the flow chart? No, listen. Okay. Is it going to be eaten? Yes. Is it state of matter, solid or liquid? Solid. Okay. If you're talking about a cream pie, look, it's a solid but has liquid on the inside, which essentially it goes back to the watermelon conversation, I believe, if I'm understanding correctly. So it would be a solid. Is it one or more parts? I guess when you cut it, no, because then you would have to take the piece of pie as its own thing. So it would be one thing. So it would be a steak. Is a pie differently classified based on whether you cut it? So I just thought about that. Essentially, how I believe it would work is you would, take the pie and then you cut it. You get the piece of pie. Then you do the piece of pie rather than the pie as a whole. So then you would just judge the piece of pie. What about pre-cut pie? Same thing. You're not eating the pre-cut pie whole. Okay. You're taking the piece. Oh, hey, you're back.
Yeah, I went and got a carbonated water.
Oh, very nice. We were going through what a pie would be.
What kind of pie is it?
Cream pie.
A cream pie? Like a Boston cream pie?
I honestly have never heard of it, but I assume it's just a pie with cream in it.
You don't know
I know what a Boston cream is, but
well, so a cream pie it's more about this is basically any pie that the main filling is whipped cream.
Oh, okay. A Boston cream pie is a cake.
And let me search up images of cream pie, the food.
The food. So if you ate a salad one object at a time, you'd consider them separately and therefore steak?
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, we were talking about how you would define a pie. If you were to cut it up, would it be multiple parts?
No, it's
and I was of the opinion that it would be no, because you're taking the piece of pie that you cut from the whole pie and then judging that.
Yes. So it's unless you're judging it every single time its physical properties change, you can do that, I guess. But why would you do that? That's basically like, so it's like taking fundamental resources and just breaking them down to base components every time just to reclassify them. Which you can do. At that point, I don't know why you would. Also, yes, our wonderful mod Freddy
I don't doubt
is
that
here.
Lecatron would. I have 100% confidence that Le Cochon would take each individual piece of a salad and judge them separately.
You know, and good for them if they want to. Oh, I guess a Boston cream pie is a cake. I've never had a Boston cream. I've never had a Boston cream pie.
That's fair.
What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of a lemon meringue pie. That's what I'm thinking of.
Oh yeah.
Because a lemon meringue pie is a cream pie. So once you consider the pie place, you're not considered the pie anymore. The pie, yeah. So that's the thing. You're now looking at it as, are you going to keep looking at the pie itself, or are you now just going to singularly focus on the piece of pie? And I think after the stream, I might drive myself to the store and pick up some pumpkin pie.
That's fair.
I'm now hungry.
Spooky month.
I'm still feeling a little iffy on my body, but I still have some chocolate gelato in my fridge, in my freezer. Oh, it's delicious.
Hell yeah.
So, but anywho, yes, a steak salad. But anywho, yes, hopefully that settles that. So, how do you feel about the model? How do you feel about this flowchart? How dare you throw a bike at me?
Last thing I was expecting you to say. Like, I saw it happen, but I was never expecting you to say, "How dare you throw a bike at me?"
Yeah, when I walked away, walked over to my fridge and ate like a singular garlic bite from Domino's.
Oh, you're making me hungry.
Yeah, I am hungry.
All right. But yeah, no, the food flowchart, top tier. I would.
People don't like.
I can't describe the joy it brings me. What?
People don't like the food flowchart.
Why?
Because they don't like being wrong.
But it's right. It
is right. No, the flowchart is right. People just don't like
exactly.
They're wrong.
Oh.
Look,
did we ever do Panzerotti? Ah, never mind.
Yes. Oh, that's right. So that's a calzone. That's basically a calzone. So so
calzone, big calzone.
So it's got to be eaten. Yes. Is it state of matter, solid, or liquid? It's a solid. Is it made of multiple parts, or is it a singular mass? It's made of multiple parts. Is it a layered dish? Yes, because it has the inner filling and then the outer shell.
So that makes a watermelon a sandwich?
No,
wait,
because that's made into it. That's made into the actual thing.
Right. Okay.
The calzone it is placed.
Right. You're right.
Wait, so is a pie a sandwich? It depends on what kind of pie.
Oh.
So.
Actually, no. Yeah.
A pie. Right. So the question that somebody actually asked me recently was, is a cheesecake a pie or a cake?
It says cake, so I say cake.
Yes, but it has a crust.
Okay. So do some cakes.
And like I'm not fishing for I think you're wrong. I think there's a right answer. It's just these are just what people
Yeah, no, it's just funny questions.
A cheesecake is a pie.
What?
Boston cream pie is a cake. See, that's the thing. I think a cheesecake is a pie.
Oh.
I don't think it's a cake because it is just middle layer of filling, and then it has the crust. So
what is a balu?
No, is that the stupid egg? Is that the stupid? It's.
All right.
No,
balu.
Don't look it up.
It is an egg.
So it is essentially.
Ew.
It is I believe it's a Filipino dish. That is essentially chicken fetus.
Ellie.
Yeah, don't. Some people like it. I'll never do that.
Ellie.
We're moving on.
Okay.
Flan. Okay, no, we're done with the food flow chart. So if you want,
everybody loves the food flow chart.
I'm glad they do. If you guys want more answers, consider watching the next episode of the VOD next week.
Oh.
Just saying. That's how you can ask. So, I want to ask this last bit of questions before we get into. Maybe I will. Just maybe
He's gonna come with a list.
Maybe I'll support you. Maybe I'll show up to your stream and throw Dr. Pepper.
That'll
into
show
the
you.
That'll show you. So, excuse me. So going back to your model a little bit.
Okay.
Thank you, Hallie. I appreciate that. So going back to your model a little bit. You've talked to me. You've told me that you're in the process of, you're wanting to make some changes. You know, are you hoping to update? Are you hoping to update this model? Are you or what is the plan? What is the plan with current Bravo right now?
I'm currently in the process of. I want to make a like. I want to make a new model. I don't want to look the same. I don't think. Like, you know how like I said before, how my old model was essentially this but without the stickers, and then I added the stickers and changed like one or two things. I want to change, you know, like the shape of my head and like maybe
don't we all?
Yeah. But I can actually do that. But yeah, I want to change from, I think this, I like the box. Like I really like how wide it is. I think it's funny. But I remember every time I look up TVs on Google or whatever, or anything, there is no such thing as the kind of TV that I've drawn. And I made one out of cardboard once, and you know, I like it, but I've realized that my head more resembles a computer monitor, like an old boxy one. So I was looking up inspiration by looking up computer monitors and everything, and then you know, I've got an idea for one in mind that I want to change it to, but
you want to keep the overall aesthetic of the TV head.
Yes, I want to keep the TV head, but the vibes that I want to change are, I feel as though this model right now, the reason I like it is because it's so bland.
Yeah.
You know, when you look at me, it might look like I'm very bright and, you know, very out there and extra, but that I feel as though that's more of when you get to know me. But if you were to just take my model at face value, it's sort of a boring design. You know, it's just TV on head, baseball hat, sweater, shirt, face. And then, you know, the okay. And then the stickers, they add flavor. But I'm hoping to, when I make my new model, be a bit more distinct about how I am, you know, so that when people see me for the first time, they get a general vibe rather than just, well, you know, he looks like a TV head.
Yeah.
But so I want a lot of it to do with the sun.
The sun.
Because yes, the sun. Because mainly because my grandma, she used to sing that song, like "You Are My Sunshine."
Oh heck yeah. Classic.
Yeah, and that's, you know, very big. Like I want to show that somewhere, but I just want to give off fun, energetic vibes, because what I do right now, I feel like I look more cozy or more chill than like whoa, you know what I mean? And I just want to, yeah, I want to capture more of a out there vibe than a reserved one.
Well, so is that out there vibe? Is that what you normally are?
Yeah, I would say so. A lot of my streams are. Oh, go ahead.
Well, because it seems like right now you're a lot more contained, a lot more, you know, thought out.
So, I'd say it depends on the environment.
I see. So what would a normal Bravo stream look like?
Well, for example, I was playing Warhammer, the first one, a few days ago, right?
Like
not a few days ago,
like
the last week. The first video game.
You mean the one that came out in like the 90s or something?
I don't know. It was the one that was on like Xbox. Space Marines 1.
Are you talking about Space Marine 1?
Yeah, Space Marine. Sorry, not Warhammer 1. Like
Ah.
Warhammer Space Marine. Yeah, my bad. Sorry, my bad. I'm angering the Warhammer fan. But
It's okay. I'm also a Warhammer fan, and I kind of told you.
Warhammer fans.
I kind of told you that I wanted to paint my, like.
You did, yes.
If I wasn't doing this, I want to be painting my minis that I have. But because I'm sick right now and my body is shaking, you know, I wouldn't have steady hands to paint.
Yeah.
So.
And that's fair. But yeah, so like for example, in that stream, there was a lot of yelling going on because it's a war zone. And an example of a joke I made was there was this one Marine, not a Space Marine, one of the regular soldiers. They were just sitting on the ground and they were like lamenting because, you know, the battle is not really going their way right now and everything. And I start yelling at him in character as the Space Marine. I'm going, "Is that down right here, soldier?" Like, you know what I mean?
But if you're playing as a Space Marine, that's not your job to yell at the guardsmen. That's the commissar's job to yell at the guardsmen.
I'm not in the lore know-how, but
that's okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I was essentially going into the character of like a Marine.
Yeah.
You know, just like disciplining somebody who's not taking it seriously or whatever. And a lot of my streams feel like that, where I'll be very high energy and I'll be very I noticed you said that I was thought out, but a lot of the time that's not the case.
Yeah.
It's more impulsive. It's more extra loud and like I've been doing it intermittently throughout the show, because like when you had just left earlier, I went, no, you know, like that. Those are like little snippets of,
yeah,
you know, what my streams are normally like.
On a side note, Lecco, yeah, no, you're right. Space Marines do yell at the guardsmen, but it's the commissars that shoot the guardsmen if they decide to desert.
Oh my.
Because in a Space Marine's eyes, it's not worth it going after a guardsman because they're just there to do their job. That's what the commissars are there for, and the commissars are the leader, like those who make sure all the guardsmen stay in line. Because with the guardsmen, that's the thing about 40K is that the guards, like the Astra Militarum, I think they are cooler, and I think they are much braver than a Space Marine is, because the thing is, a Space Marine is genetically bred to be good and to be like big boy, and they have guns that they can use to take on the various races and Xenos that they can fight. A guardsman does not. A guardsman is just a normal human. And that's the thing.
That's the thing, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna ask if you'd seen that meme of that guardsman pointing away, and then the caption being, "I don't care if it was the size of a house. I shot it 6 times. You shot it once. The kill is mine."
I was going to do a little bit of a comic dub of that, but I was away when that was posted on social media.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'm really sad I missed my chance to do it.
You can still do it. Who cares?
Yeah, but like, I could. But yeah, that's
a trend. Have fun.
Yeah, but that's the thing, is that freaking the Astra Militarum and the Guardsmen are just they're so cool, like, because imagine seeing the horrors of alien races mowing down people, and you're like, you know what? Yep, nope. I'd rather die than run away, because the thing is, that's what happens when you serve as a guardsman in the Imperium. You fight and you will die, and if you run away, you will still die, because your own kind will shoot you in the back of the head. Because if there's one thing that the Imperium hates more than heresy, it's desertion.
That's fair, honestly. Fair and real and valid.
But that's the thing. humanity has kept the Imperium functioning because they throw bodies at it. That's the thing. Blessed is the mind too small for doubt.
True.
So, but anywho, sorry, it's not turning into a 40K stream.
No.
Maybe one of these days I'll do a mini painting stream.
Ooh.
So, look, I'm a salamander player, so which means that I play as in like flamethrower boyos.
Yeah.
So, if people couldn't tell already from the posts I make on social media and on my Discord server, yes, I love my salamanders. Heck, I have salamander Legos on my shelf right now.
That's awesome.
Vulcan lives. Stomp. This person gets it.
Oh yeah, like I'm showing, they get it.
Just remember, guys, Alfarius is out there. He could be any one of you. Alpha Legion could be anyone. Maybe.
Oh god.
So, hold on. Yeah, so maintaining that energy and maintaining that stuff. See, he's me, of course. I'm Alfarius. Okay, so the thing is, there's a joke there. There's a running joke of, like, there are guys called Primarchs in 40K, and Primarchs run big chapters full of Space Marines. And there's leaders, these Primarchs, and so one of them is called Alpha Legion. Now, not much is known about Alpha Legion, not much is known about Alfarius, the Primarch. But the thing is that Alfarius is said to have a twin brother named Omega something, Omegaron or whatever. The point being that Alfarius, basically, Omegon, yeah. Omegon these nuts. Anyway. No, that's the actual name, though, is Omegon.
Yeah, Omegon.
But they might be the same person, but they might not. The running joke is that theoretically, Alpha Legion or Alfarius it technically can be at any like battle or anything in 40K. They could be. They could not be, but they could be. It's like, and that's what's so weird is just that it's always the uncertainty, and like the running joke I see is they could also be dead. They could, allegedly.
Allegedly.
And so it's like, is that Alpha Legion? Maybe. Could be.
Could be.
Could be. So
that's kind of fun.
So Dorn allegedly killed Alfarius during the Siege of Terra. Allegedly. I could have sworn Dorn killed him on Pluto.
Oh.
Regardless. We miss Rogel Dorn.
Oh.
Okay, so yeah. Rogel Dorn's another dude. He's a very interesting man. We're not going to go into more 40K talk.
Okay.
It's okay, Leko. We have Daddy Dorn's hand, and that's what we worship.
Stop teasing me with 40K if you're not going to explain it.
So Rogel Dorn was a guy who was the big leader of the chapter called the Imperial Fist. And Rogel Dorn was a very interesting guy. But the thing about Rogel Dorn is that he was a very strong and a very capable leader and fighter. During what was called the Siege of Terra, where basically a lot of Space Marines fought each other, Rogel Dorn ended up, like, Rogel Dorn was, like, excuse me, tried to do all he could to, like, save his brothers. Bob the Builder in space mixed with Drill Sergeant. That's exactly a good way to look at him. He lost one of his best brothers and got very depressed, and I believe he went into the warp or something like that, which is like this mystical space thing. And all that was found was his hand, and that was it. So, you know, it's my man is just out there. Like, of all 20 Primarchs, most of them are either dead. He teleported into an enemy ship, probably. Yeah, basically, most of them are either dead, missing, or they're demons now. So, but yeah, Rogel Dorn was last seen during the Black Crusade. which was a whole different thing, and which we'll get back into. But he was last seen during like a big fight. Excuse me. Yeah, he was fighting chaos cultists, and all that was left is his hand.
Damn.
Yeah, he was big mad. So, that's why I like my Primarch, who of the Salamanders. He's missing, and the only thing left was his, I believe his weapons, and he's just gone. But he's a perpetual, meaning he can't die unless he's stabbed with a very specific weapon that's made to kill perpetuals. But he's just out there, and we don't know where he is. Didn't he get thrown into a nuclear reactor? Maybe. But Vulcan's not dead. He's a perpetual, so he's just missing. He's just gone. He went to get milk, and he just never returned.
Damn.
So, this stream just turned into a 40K stream, and I need to finish because we're going to be wrapping up shortly with our 10 questions. So.
Oh, yeah.
So, Vulcan lives. So, we'll get back to you, and I'll ask 2 more questions. So,
okay.
What can we expect from you for future streams?
Okay, so I do actually have a big plan for.
Look, I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry,
I'll just preemptively bless you.
Sorry, my model stopped because I swapped. I had to swap apps on my phone. Sorry, continue.
Oh yeah, no worries. I actually do have a big plan for next July. I know that's like far in the future, but for context, at work, I told you how I work at Tim Hortons, and
yeah.
So I make drinks for people and everything. And what I do on Canada Day, July 1st, is if people are able to tell me how old Canada is on its birthday, which is July 1st, then I will pay for their whole order. And then if they don't, then I'll tell them how old it is and move them along. And so, I'm like teaching people how old Canada is, or I pay for people's orders and make their day, and I think it's fun.
Ooh.
But what I wanted to do this year, or this coming July, what I wanted to do I want to do a stream thing where I do something way bigger, but like for a charity thing, rather than just like paying for people's orders. I wanted to make it like a lot bigger and more involving than just doing it at work.
Yeah.
I have to plan it out, and I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing, but I know that that's what I want to do, is make a very big event to do with raising money, probably for charity, a charity, if probably autoimmune disease.
There you go.
So yeah,
that's a good one.
Yeah, no, 2 of my closest friends have autoimmune diseases, and frankly, that seems like a good place to
go donate plasma,
charity.
Guys.
Yeah.
I do it twice a week, and I've been doing it for over 3 years now.
Ooh,
so,
that's cool.
I have the scars in my arms to prove it. So,
hell yeah.
It's the last question is, aside from that big project, what else can we expect to see from you?
And aside from my model redesign, which I talked about, goodness.
Yeah.
I feel like the real answer for now is more of the same, but I want to make some changes to do with, like overlays and such on stream and everything, as well as the model. But aside from that, content-wise, I feel like I want to do more, because what I do mostly is games, because games are fun and they're fun to watch. But I feel like I want to do more creative stuff.
Yeah.
I just gotta figure out what kind. But for now, it feels more of the same. For a while, at least.
Is that the Gooman Affogato? Good morning
Oh
to
my
you
God.
too.
Hello, Gooman.
Well, that sounds like a good plan.
Ben.
It's time for us to go now to our last 10 questions.
Oh, I actually have one question.
I have one answer.
I remember you saying something earlier about was the special little segment that you
Oh, that was a
made,
joke.
was that just a code? Yeah, okay.
That
I was
was
curious. I was like,
that was more of a joke, and it was going to be about,
Yeah.
yes, our new segment is why Canada's not real.
I was curious. I was like, huh, I wonder what that was supposed to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's fun.
It's
Anyway.
It's fun. It's cool. It's funky
Yeah.
fresh.
It's totally tubular.
It's totally tubular. All right, so time for our last 10 questions. Now, what's a Canada? Wouldn't you like
We've been over this.
where Tenma, Miami is from? So these are 10 questions that were created by famous writer, actor, director James Lipton that he would often ask his guests on his show Inside the Actor's Studio. Now, these questions have no right or wrong answer. They're just for us to see what your responses are. So, if you guys in the chat have never seen this before, I encourage you to answer along with our wonderful guest here, as we love to see your responses. So, Bravo, are you ready?
I believe that I am.
All right. Question number 1, what is your favorite word?
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey?
Yes.
Why Baba Booey?
It's so much fun.
Where's Tay? Is Tay still here?
Like, just look at this. Look at that and tell me you didn't smile.
Baba Booey.
It's just such a fun word.
I hope Tay is still here. He likes the word
Oh,
Baba
yeah?
Booey. Yeah.
I love Tay.
We love Tay.
Yes.
All right, what is your what?
Baba Booey.
Ah, see, there he is.
Yeah. Hello, Tay.
Bravo's favorite word is Baba Booey,
Baba Booey.
and we know you like that word. Oh, that's some crispy water. See,
Baba Booey.
see, Baba Booey.
Yay.
Howard Stern. Thank you for that. Yes, Baba Booey, Howard Stern.
Mm-hmm.
What is your least favorite word?
The R word.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to go into that.
Yeah. Nope. That's fine. But yeah.
Yeah, it's not a good word.
Mm.
What inspires you creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
Music is a big one. You know, I'll listen to a song. It'll get me really hyped up or really sometimes emotional, and it feels like I want to do something now.
Yeah.
Aside from that, like, my friends, I'll take ideas from them. Sorry. and then like failure, I would say, because then it makes me want to not fail again, sort of deal. Kind of basic, but
Yeah.
good ones.
What does not inspire you?
Getting the same advice over and over again.
Really?
Like essentially what I mean is that if I am struggling with something, right? Like struggling finishing something, getting something done or whatever, and I ask somebody for help or somebody wants to give me some advice on how to do it, if it's the same advice that I've heard from everyone else, or if they themselves have told me over and over again the same advice, it's not helpful, it feels. Even though the advice is probably good if they're saying it over and over again, it's just not, if I wanted different advice, or if I wanted the same advice, I would just write it down and read it again. I don't know. It's just, yeah. It feels like it doesn't help. So it just makes me not want to do it anymore, whatever I'm doing.
Yeah. Valid. I completely understand. What is your favorite curse word?
Okay, I couldn't choose between two.
Okay.
But it's either fuck or
Okay.
Avada Kedavra.
Why do you call that one? What do you call Avada Kedavra, a curse word. Oh.
Because it's a curse.
Okay, cool. Because it's a curse. Boo.
Yeah,
Boo, get outta here.
and Voldemort says it like, and you know it's fun.
Yes, I remember those memes. I was there for
Yes.
those. All right. So,
Yeah.
what sound or noise do you love?
Mostly I couldn't choose one specifically, but it's mostly low noises, like rumbling, like I wrote down like humming, like sizzling food, even though sometimes that's kind of high pitched, but just like low rumbling noises
Okay.
mostly are soothing.
Like, what about cat purring?
Yeah, like that kind of thing.
Hell yeah. What sound or noise do you hate?
The kind where it's just like fork on plate, nails on chalkboard, super high pitched. Can't stand it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's like it sounds like a weird one when the sound of like dry erase board markers being dragged across.
Yeah.
Like, if they're pushed down all the way, it's like
Yeah.
people are not using it
Mhm.
properly.
Yeah, like shrieking type sounds.
Yeah.
It's just it really rubs me the wrong way.
Oh yeah. What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Building computers and selling them.
Really?
Yeah, getting the case, getting all the parts, putting it all together, making sure it works, selling it off for however much money. It's something I wanted to do. It's just finding money and time and being able to do it. It just seems like so much fun.
I know a couple people who would want to kind of do that as a profession. I mean, I find that a lot of people find great comfort in just building PCs. They just really like it. So I think it's a very good choice to do.
Yeah, I know it's more of like a side thing, not an actual career, but it just still seems like it would be so cool.
It'd be a nice hobby.
Yeah.
Oh
Damn.
yeah. So, what profession would you not like to do?
My last 2 jobs have been food related. You know, like I worked at McDonald's, then I worked at Tim's, and I'm still at Tim's, unfortunately. But it's just the customer service where you're making drinks or food for people, and then you know, like essentially that over-the-counter food drink sort of profession. I don't know how else properly to describe it, but it's not fun anymore.
It's not fun anymore.
No, it was, and then now I'm just tired of it.
Life has a funny way of taking things that were fun and just making them not fun.
Yeah.
So, for our last question, if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
I couldn't think of a good, like, proper answer, but something along the lines of "it was worth it" sort of deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know exactly how to describe why, but
Just
just like,
it's a validation.
yeah,
It's the validation that all that time was spent and that it was not all for nothing.
yeah.
Well, I think I can safely say that this is another wonderful episode that we have just finished. Before we end this, is there anything that you'd like to say?
Baba Booey.
That's it? Baba Booey?
It's my favorite word.
All right. Thank you for the hydrator, dude.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you so much for being my guest. I appreciate that. So it's time for me to ask my last, and in my opinion, my second most important question. That is, who shall we raid that we haven't raided before? And before you answer that, put their name in our chat so we can see it. And while you do that, the in-studio audience cheers as the camera pans out. Oh, look! I hope
exactly.
I'm hoping to do. I'm hoping to get like full body tracking, and I want to do that.
Ooh,
I want to do that. So
that's cool.
Stay tuned for that. This if you guys want to support me, that's all I gotta say. Anyway, yeah, put their name in the chat. I will end this stream by talking to the chat for a moment. So yeah,
okay. I got to decide between two people.
Cool. Well, thank you guys so much for coming to this episode. Wow, I just had a massive strong. Thank you guys for coming and supporting our wonderful guest today, and for showing up to see this wonderful episode of the VOD. I really appreciate that. It's been so much fun. Not just for me, but I imagine for our guest. I hope it's been fun for you guys. I have a YouTube channel, which it is where are you? And I'm so sorry, as the kids say. No, please, I don't need to see that. So I have a YouTube channel. Consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I'm posting more content there. And you can also watch the VOD of this VOD, and you can also watch any other previous episodes that I have done. Not to mention, consider following me on Twitter, where you can keep up to date with a lot of my daily activities. And most of all, join my Discord server. If you're not a part of the Discord server, join it. And I'd love to see you there, because guess what? We have a lot of fun things to do. I'm organizing community events, and it's not a community event without having you there. So consider joining my Discord server. So without further ado, let us take this name right here. Oh, and I got the hiccups. Wonderful. Oh goodness, no, not the hiccups. A fellow TV head.
Yes.
I like their design.
They are very fun, and I happen to see that I am on their shoulder, so I was like, well, seems fitting.
Well, then let's do this. Raid. So this is a VOD. Where is it? Mods, can we get our VOD raid messages? Thank you.
Yay.
Wait, shoot.
Oh.
VOD, there it is.
Oh, there it is. VOD squad.
VOD squad. So, the one above is for our wonderful followers, and the one at the bottom is for our wonderful subscribers. So if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. It really supports me. And you get to use my emotes as we raid. So without further ado, thank you so much for joining me today. If you're not following our wonderful friend already, consider following them. And without further ado, why do you got to use the kissy one? I mean, I understand why you got to use the kissy one, but still. Without further ado, let us raid, and I will see you guys later. But all right, you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Gonna go cry in the corner now. Hey, you brought it up.